Hello folks, welcome to another episode of John's Junk and Other Stories. Please like and subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell and leave a comment below, and also please share the video with anyone if you want to. Everything helps. This is a very small channel at the moment, but hopefully I can grow it and we can get more people enjoying the content. So on February the 28th, which marks the 30-day end of the 30-day challenge that I'd set myself for the Bully Juice and the 160 kilometers that I was planning on walking or running this month. I'm going to get into the reasons why in just a moment, but we have missed the target this month, but it's not the end of the world. Now, I know last week I mentioned trying to stay motivated, if you miss it, try and make it up, and I'm going to link that video at the top so you can go back and watch it. The problem this week was I got myself sick, annoyingly. Now, I don't get sick often, and I certainly don't get sick for more than like 2 or 3 days at a run in a worst case scenario. Normally, I feel under the weather, I look like death, Carl's Tidbits tells me to stay in bed, and I dose myself up with medication and I'm fine again the next day. This, whatever I got, actually seemed to kind of hang around for a couple of days. Now, it's not COVID because I got myself tested and the test came back negative, so that's good. I think it's purely a case of doing so much exercise, maybe not looking after myself as well as I could do, not getting enough rest, and generally running myself down. And this is obviously something that I need to look into in the future because I don't want to keep kind of missing goals, missing targets, and also mainly more than anything else, I don't want to keep making myself sick. So where we stand at the moment, the running target was supposed to be 160 kilometers. We've done 133, which means we've got 27 kilometers that will carry over for the rest of the challenge. Doing a little bit of maths quickly, I know it doesn't really add that much to the overall target, especially if we're looking at it on a over the year basis. So I'm not incredibly bothered. I'm more disappointed at the timing of anything than I am more than anything else. In terms of the Bully Juice, it did also affect obviously not being able to exercise for a few days. I've had to kind of change some of the days that he's set up purely so that I could still work out, but I was working out at a much lower rate than what I was actually working out before. Going forward, we've got March, which is a 31-day month, so yay. Now 31 days means I can still do what I was planning to do, which was another Bully Juice 30 days, and I can put the day that I missed onto the beginning of March. Now I was planning, so that basically means that I've got a 31-day program instead of a 30-day program. It shouldn't make a huge difference. Again, with the running, I've already kind of figured out that in reality, I've still only got to do about 41 kilometers a week instead of 40. So again, it all adds up. It's more annoying with the running that I've missed the target I set myself for Miles for Mind, which was 100 miles, and I think I've hit about 85. I will check that and put the correct figure on the screen. It's really annoying me, especially a week after posting a motivation video. But it's not the end of the world, and you can't help getting unwell. This is the problem. This is the thing. Like, you can beat yourself up till you're black and blue, going, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have pushed myself harder, I could have done that. But if you're not able to, on a day for whatever reason due to illness, then it's perfectly okay to take a step back. It's perfectly okay to kind of take a break and go, okay, I need to look after myself here. Doing this is not going to be productive. I'm going to make myself worse. These aren't the cheat days that I was talking about last week, where you're demotivated or you're unable to move because of just I don't wanna. This is completely different to that, because those days will eat you and it just becomes more of a slog, whereas illness is more of an annoyance. Okay, but just again, when I felt ill the other week, Tidbits did tell me I had to go and get a COVID test. We were pretty sure it wasn't COVID, but again, it's just a case of better safe than sorry, especially at the moment. You know, it's not the most pleasant test in the world to do, but it's better than potentially getting other people sick. I went and got myself tested and stuck a swab down my throat and up my nose. Now, I actually got the test result back really quickly as well. I think I got it back in just under 24 hours actually. So I don't know what test they did, but it was really good, and it was really it put my mind at rest there. I say, I am posting a progress picture at the end of the video. Please, and I'm also going to post the latest stats as well. If this is likely to cause you any kind of concern or any kind of worry, please cut off the end of that video. Don't watch it. I'll be fine with that. What I want to point out is a couple of things as well, and a couple of things that I'm realizing, and a couple of things that I've realized from watching other YouTubers and things. When I took the picture that you're going to see at the end of the video, I had literally just finished working out, so I was in the best possible look for what I was aiming for. So, and I think there's a difference between this month and last month. Certainly, weight wise, there's a little bit of difference. Size wise, there's a little bit of difference here and there. And I've had to buy new jeans. I literally had to buy like 4 or 5 new pairs of jeans because of the fact that my other jeans were falling down, and no amount of extra holes was going to keep them up, because we tried. But yeah, so my jean size has actually gone down from 38 to 36. My waist kind of still fluctuates a little bit between certain weights, but again, I think it's just time of day. It's time of day. It's what I'm eating on specific days. It's how hard I'm working on specific days, and it's how hard everything works out at the time. Sometimes a weekend you're going to be maybe slightly more active than you are during the week, especially with me, where I work an office job. Obviously at the moment I'm working from home. Now what we're planning on doing in March is, because it's a one a day workout instead of a two a day workout, which is the one that I've just done, we're looking at putting back some kind of weightlifting. Now I don't want to buy weights, because I know as soon as the gym's open, I'm going to start getting back into a gym. What I did buy last year was resistance bands, and I'm going to start using those. I found a program again on YouTube that I like the look of. I'm going to start incorporating them back into the program as well. So basically we're going to be doing 30 days of resistance bands, 30 days of body weight exercises, and 30 days of running to try and get my running target back up. Again, we're still going to be keeping an eye on nutrition and trying to keep those at a stable, regular interval. It's really hard to actually to keep an eye on your, if you're following macros, and if you're following kind of the protein and the fats and the carbohydrates. I find it quite difficult to keep these up to date. I don't know if anyone else is having that kind of problem. If you have any advice, again, please leave in the notes below. I don't know if it's just because I still enjoy eating certain foods, or if I'm just still kind of lazy about preparation, but I find it hard. I kind of find it that like I'll either go over the deficit. I tend to always have a deficit, but I tend to either go over the deficit that I want or under the deficit that I want. I can never hit that sweet ground of hitting it spot on. But again, this is all a learning experience. The whole last year, and it's nearly a year now, the whole last year has been a learning experience, and it's just one that I'm still kind of amending, still kind of adjusting. You can't change 40 years of bad food in a year. It takes time, because you're essentially remodeling not only your body but your mind as well. And what you previously would have gone for comfort foods, your chocolate, your candies, your fizzy soft drinks, you've got to find the alternative that works. So one thing to help with this is Titbits has bought me a cookbook. I'm going to post a picture of it here. Now I follow Becky Excel recipes on our website because I find them quite easy to follow. They're easy, they're simple, they're really kind of good for someone who has minimal baking experience or minimal food preparation experience. They're very detailed, they're very easy, and I cook gluten-free mainly because of people's health conditions around me. She also, in the book, she also gives people options on how to make them vegan, how to make them vegetarian, how to make them low FODMAP if that's your kind of thing as well. On her website, she has obviously got a lot more information on it as well. Yeah, so that's just a shout out to the cookbook there, and it's definitely worth checking out. I've made a few kind of pancakes and stuff from there. I tend to try and get a little bit of pea protein in when I'm making the recipes as well, just by reducing a little bit of the flour and replacing that with some pea protein. Maybe I'll do some baking videos when I feel more confident in them, but that's not going to happen for a while. Sorry. Just so you know as well, I am planning on making more nerdy content as well. I'm planning on doing a review of my pop collection and just kind of looking at those in a bit more detail as well, giving people kind of a little bit of a view there. I'm planning on doing a compare and contrast on a few celebrities as well, superheroes. So compare and contrast on Batman's, for example, or compare and contrast on DC and that kind of thing. So there's going to be some nerdy content coming up. It's just a case of, at the moment, finding the time to actually kind of sit down, do the research, and make the videos. So I'm going to say thank you to everyone who watches. Thank you for the comments last week from a couple of people who commented. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. Let me know what you'd like to see come up. If you any nerds, any geeks out there that want me to cover anything, please, again, let me know and I will have a look into what I can do. Yeah, thank you very much and good night.